Hey guys, Shay5969 here today, and I got another budget banger I want to talk to you guys about. Today I wanted to talk about the Tenable knives bombur. When I first saw this knife on G-Ball's channel, I was like obsessed. I wanted one so bad, and I could not find it in stock anywhere for the life of me. And one day I was at work, G-Ball randomly went live in the afternoon, and just so happened that Tenable had restocked them. So I got lucky, and I was able, just so happened to have the extra funds on me that day. So I jumped on it, and G-Ball happened to have, like, I believe it was like a 10% off or something like that. So it ended up running me like 60-ish bucks. I think $69 with shipping, which is totally reasonable. I've never been a super big fan of Midgard Messer and the big overbuilt chunky knives. But when I saw this one, it just spoke to me. Something about it, the shape, the style, the aesthetic, I don't know. But I really knew that I wanted to have it. And so when, like I said, when I saw it went in stock, I jumped on the chance to get it, and I do not regret it for 1 second. So a little bit about this bad boy is it's in D2 steel and nothing too fancy, but it does have a 3.25-inch length blade. You see the Tenable logo right there. And then you also flip it over, the Midgard Messer logo right there. So this is designed by Midgard Messer, obviously, and produced by Tenable. So I did a little bit of research, and the Midgard Messer version of the exact same knife starts out at $269. So if you can't afford that, pick this bad boy up for $69. But I wanted to say that they kind of fly off the shelf every time they go up. So if you happen to come across one, jump on it. And you're probably better off looking at like some retailers like Smoky Mountain Knife Works, places like that, because every time they come into Tenable's website, they're gone. So, and I'm sure some people probably have links too, but again, the whole thing about this one is going to be finding it. But yeah, I wanted to also say that I didn't know this until I did some research, but apparently bombur is the name of a dwarf from The Hobbit, and that's how it gets its name. But they offer this in a bunch of different handle scales, colors, things like that, right? I went with the twill carbon fiber. I thought it looked the coolest, but then they came out with the red and black one, and that one is friggin' sick. So I probably would have got the red and black if it was available at the time. But yeah. So 8.5 inches overall with the blade out, but 3.25-inch blade, 8.5 overall. Super thick. I didn't measure the thickness, so let's just go ahead and pull this bad boy out. So it's looking like, yeah, over 1/2 inch thick and like 1/4 of an inch blade thickness. That's pretty freaking crazy. So yeah. And then an issue I actually ran into, I like to carry and use my stuff, right? So I probably carried this about 10 times, and one of the pivot screws ended up backing out and falling out on me, and I didn't notice till I had gotten home and went to put it on the shelf for the night or whatever. And a couple people told me, like, yeah, reach out to Tenable's customer service. They're friggin' awesome, super nice. So I actually sent them an email, and they got back to me almost like 24 hours like clockwork. They sent me a whole bag of extra hardware, a couple extra pivot screws, a couple extra body screws. Just threw it in the mail and sent it out. They didn't say anything, no argument, no question. I thought that was super, super nice of them, because not every company's going to do that. You know what I mean? And when I emailed them, I also like said that how much I liked this knife and how much I enjoyed carrying it. And I didn't get to carry it a whole lot when that pivot screw came out. So it was really cool that they did that. Like I said, twill carbon fiber, and it does have the steel liner lock obviously in there. And the steel liners. This bad boy is pretty overbuilt, pretty chunky, pretty thick. And then if you got strong enough thumbs, you can front flip it. So that's pretty cool. I like to do that. And when it comes to Midgard messer designs, you're not going to find a Midgard messer for under $100. I looked, and you can find like their little pocket axe that goes into the magnet sheath. That's around $100 on their website. But as far as anything else from them, you're looking easy $179 starting off to like $400, $500, $700 depending on what you get. So Tenable offers one of their designs for $60 to $80, and depending on what kind of splices you get on it, you know what I mean? Which is totally affordable, totally reasonable, and totally a good budget banger with one of the most overbuilt, toughest knife designers from Germany, Midgard Messer. And yeah, I really wanted this from the day I saw it, and I was so happy when I actually got it. And I thought it was really cool of Tenable's customer service to do that and send that bag of hardware out for me, because they didn't have to. But again, I did tell them how much I liked it. And yeah, what else did I want to say? Oh yeah, and obviously I forgot about this, that Tenable is the sister company to Concept. So that's pretty cool. Last week I got my first Concept, and so I had my first Tenable before my first Concept, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, I just wanted to make a video about this because I really liked carrying this knife. It's really chunky, really overbuilt, but it's really a showstopper when you pull it out, and I really like it. So you can check on Tenable's website. They start off at about $60, like I said, to $80, but they are sold out. You can check some other retailers like Smoky Mountain Knife Works, Blade HQ, places like that. They might have some in stock, no promises. I also didn't check, so, you know, I can't say. But another thing I really liked about this is T8s on the body and the pivot, which I thought was really cool. Not a lot of knives do that. I like that. That's super simple if you were working on it, you know. And that's about all I had on it, you guys. So thanks for watching. And if you can pick one up, try using somebody's code. I know somebody out there has one, like G-Ball, for example, is the one I use to get this. But it's all about finding it in stock, because they fly off the shelf when they come in. So, yeah, I really appreciate you guys watching. And if you like the content, go ahead and like and subscribe and all that stuff. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks, guys. I also wanted to say that the bombur has super good action, and not only does it have super good action, it's on ceramic bearings, so that is what gives it good action and makes it so snappy. For a big chunky boy, it is super glidey and smooth, and you wouldn't expect it to be. So you got to be careful not to guillotine yourself, because it'll come down fast. But other than that, yeah, that was all I really wanted to say. So thanks, guys.